Hi everyone. So today we're going to go over how to solve two-step equations, and just like the name says, they can be solved in two steps. So it's the first way, the way that I've learned and the way that really helps me is an acronym called ACE. It's called this is that stands for assess, collect, and eliminate. So first we're going to assess. Okay, and before I do that, let me clarify this. So the goal right here, we want to get a value for x that makes this statement true. Not just any value we're due, only one value for x will make this statement true. So we want to try to find that in the golden rule of algebra, right? What we do to one side, we have to do to the other. We can't just do whatever we want. There are her rules. We do have to, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So ACE, assess, collect, eliminate. So first we're going to assess. A really simple mistake that I see people make, that I've made in the past, was reading something too quickly, just glancing at it and misreading it, and then that obviously affects the answer because you just misread it and you thought a 3 was an 8, or you thought a 4 was a 9, something like that. So make sure we glance at it, make sure we really understand what it's saying. Say it in your head, say it out loud, however you want to do it. 2x plus 8 equals 2. All right, so we know what it's saying. So now here we go. So we have assessed. Then we want to collect, and we want to collect what are called like terms. So this is a like term, right? So it's just everything with x, right, is right here. And then everything without an x is these two. So these are like terms. We want to collect them. And we want to put them on one side of the equal sign, and we want to put this on the other to make our life easier and to help solve for our x value. So we want everything with an x on one side, everything without on the other. So we're going to collect these two, which are like terms. And we know that because neither of them has a variable or an x right here. So let's go ahead and subtract. So we want to get rid of that 8. We want to move everything over to, we want to move the non-variable terms over to this side because the variable is already over here. So that's just the easiest way to do it. So we're going to subtract 8 from, so we have, let me make that a little clearer. Sorry about this. So we have, that's an 8. Sorry for the sloppy writing. So we have 2x. So right there, we're not doing anything to that. So we have 8 minus 8, 2 minus 8, both on either side of the equal sign. So 8 minus 8, that's just 0. And for clarity, we can write that if we want to. That helps some people see what we're doing, just to see real quick. There we go. And then 2 minus 8, that's just -6. Don't let the fact that this is a negative trip you up at all. We do the same thing. That looks more like a G. Let me rewrite that. That's sideways, but okay, that's fine. 2x plus 0 but 6, it's the same thing as just saying anything plus 0 is just itself. So we have 2x equals minus 6, right? So we've collected like terms. We have everything without a variable right here, and the variable, everything attached to the variable right here. And so now we've assessed, we've collected our terms, and now we want to eliminate. So what do we want to eliminate? We want to eliminate this 2 from the x. So we want to get x by itself. That's how we know what the value is. So what we want to do to eliminate, it's being multiplied by times x. So to get rid of multiplication, we divide. So we're going to divide by 2. So we have 2x over 2. And then to make sure that we can actually do that, to get x by itself, we have to do it to the other side. Can't just do it by itself. All right, so we have 2x over 2 equals -6 over 2. So here we go. So 2x over 2, that's just 1x, because that's 2 divided by 2. It's just 1. And then don't let the negative fool you. We divide this just like we would positive numbers. We just keep, so we can ignore the negative for a second, pretend like it's not there. 6 over 2 is 3. And then bring the negative down, and that's just -3. So we have -6 over 2 is -3. And 1x is the same thing as just saying x. So we just write x equals -3. And make sure you circle your answer. Teachers always love that. So there we do. We assessed, we collect our terms to get right here, and then we eliminated the coefficient. This guy, the coefficient is just the thing attached to the variable. We eliminated that to get x by itself to get the value for x. And we can always check our work. So we plug it back in to make sure we have the right value. So plug -3 in just to make sure. So 2 times -3 plus 8 equals 2. So then we have -6. 2 times -3 is -6 plus 8 equals 2. -6 plus 8. That's the same thing as 8 minus 6. So that's 2 over here. Didn't do anything to the right side. So we have 2 equals 2, which is correct. So put a check mark. So we know our answer is correct. So there you go. That is two-step equations, ACE, assess, collect, eliminate.